Hi and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will be discussing facial essence archetypes. I will explain what they are and which essences each ITZY member have. I will be doing other groups as time goes on, so let me know in the comments which groups or even soloists you would like me to do. Belle Northrup proposed the general concept of essences in 1936. She stated that all aspects of personality and every detail of appearance, woven into an integrated whole, must be taken into account. She explains that some of these traits are felt rather than easily explained, also mentioning that there's a balance, comparing it to yin and yang. Harriet McGimsey was the first to apply archetypes to those essences, giving them physical traits: dramatic, athletic, classic, romantic, gamine, and ingenue. This eventually evolved into Kitchener-style essences, where athletic was changed to natural and a seventh essence was added in, called ethereal. These are heavily used within makeup and fashion today and are what actually influenced Kibbe's archetype system that is famously used to describe body types. David Kibbe developed a system that includes 5 essences: dramatic, natural, classic, gamine, and romantic. It focuses on the body and how much yin or yang, roundness or sharpness, each body has. He also shows how each body should dress differently according to their shape, rather than forcing us to try to fit the body shape that is trending. The Kibbe body system is about embracing your body, dressing in similar shapes to look better in our own skin. The difference between the Kibbe body type system and the 7 style essences is that Kibbe is more about who you are. The 7 essences are about how you are perceived, but style essences are still a reflection of your inner self, while facial essence archetypes are more so solely on how people perceive you. Facial essence archetypes are how the shapes and lines of your facial features display the nature or qualities of your aura or a certain vibe you give off from the perspective of a stranger. This has nothing to do with your personality or character, but more so to do with what first impression your face gives off without saying a word. People with dramatic essence give off a very bold aura and are usually strikingly gorgeous. They can fall into the generic but also abnormal beauty category. They usually have very narrow features within the brow, eye, and nose area, along with sharp, angular, tall or long, and striking lines. Faces with natural essence are usually very chiseled. Their features and lines can be sharp, but more so tend to be broad and blunt. They have a very athletic, model-esque, strong features like a square jaw, strong brow, tall, angular, and long lines. You will usually see models with this type of face, especially in men. Classic essence always gives off the vibe of looking young but old at the same time. They usually look very youthful while giving off a mature vibe. They fit very sophisticated looks. I also feel like due to their timeless look, they fit very many eras with ease, whether it's the clothing, hairstyles, or makeup styles. They look the best in natural hairstyles and makeup, but sometimes bold makeup as well. While doing this, I found that a lot of K-pop visuals that are closer to the Korean beauty standards have classic essence, and this essence is usually their more prominent one, which makes sense of why a lot of K-pop visuals don't really explore too much whenever it comes to their hair colors, their styling, or their makeup choices. They usually have a more natural look and a more typical styling, and if they do explore, it still isn't as extreme as their other members. Faces with gamine essence are usually small with an angular tilted jaw. They look youthful but also giving off this very cheeky, I know who I am and I don't care what you think kind of vibe. They usually look great in dark bold styles while also being able to pull off bright vibes. Their features are delicate, slightly angular, petite with small angles, and they look very youthful. Faces with romantic essence usually have large eyes, large noses, or large lips. They give off an almost unapproachable but incredibly beautiful vibe. With one look, these people are hard to keep eye contact with. They give such a strong vibe just by standing and staring. You will usually see this essence in those who are picked as sex figures like Marilyn Monroe. Romantic features are usually rounded, large and lush, and seductive. People with ingenue essence usually immediately come off as the nicest people. They have wide, chubby faces naturally. Their eyes are usually big and round and look pure and sweet. People with this essence usually find it hard to fit certain styles and colors. This last essence is personally my favorite of them all. People with ethereal essence usually look incredibly beautiful, like they are mythical or just not of this world. Their beauty is unexplainable and odd. They usually have large or small eyes that sometimes either sit wide or close on the face. They have a very oval or narrow face with features that seem unrealistic. All bright hair colors like blondes, oranges, blues, and pinks bring out their features even more. Even with their natural hair color, they're still able to give off the same vibes. And I add that in because there are a lot of idols that famously sport blonde hair, and that blonde hair actually gives them a more ethereal look. But with their natural hair color, this essence actually goes away. And I found with idols that truly have ethereal essence, even with their natural hair color, they still have that essence. Most people have a combined essences of 2 or 3. It's quite rare for there to only be one essence, so far from what I've seen. I've noticed that with K-pop idols, there's always certain essences that a majority have the most, but as we get further into the series, I'll probably make a video about that and discuss what essences are popular among idols that are picked for certain companies, idols that are picked to be visuals, and so on. And just a quick disclaimer, this video is not for hate. I am in no way saying these facial essence archetypes are a reflection of how these idols are in real life. I am also not an expert in this. I simply just did research and applied it. This video is strictly to be informative and fun, something for all of us to enjoy. Yuna has 2 essences, the first being Gamin. She has a very delicate, slightly angular face. It's petite with small angles. This helps her give off a cheeky vibe while still looking quite youthful. Next, she has ingenue essence. She has small lips and a small nose with rounded eyes and cheeks. Her features are very soft and sweet. Yuna's 2 essences are almost the embodiment of what their concept started out to be and kinda still is today, which is teen crush. She's able to pull off the brighter side while also being able to pull off the chicness. Because of her 2 essences, Yuna looks the best in playful outfits like fluffy or layered skirts, crop tops, fun patterns. Casual outfits that still have a hint of looking formal or even looking very cutesy are usually the best casual outfits for her. Because of her 2 essences, she's able to pull off darker styles and brighter styles as well, and even a bit in between. Keep in mind that there are many things that I would say fit her essences, but there still are certain styles of outfits that would not flatter her strictly because of her body type. Yuna also has a fantastic duality that allows her to pull off these outfits as well, which goes hand in hand as of why she's able to pull off the different ranges of ITZY's comebacks. She's still able to stand out in their brighter concepts like sneakers while pulling off their darker concepts like Mafia in the Morning. She stands out in all of them. She rarely falls to the background. Hairstyle wise, she looks really good with brighter hairstyles and similar to her outfits, darker ones as well. She has been able to pull off every color that they have tried on her, which isn't that many to be honest. When it comes to how she wears her hair, she looks the best with her hair down. High ponytails or high pigtails do not fit her face and also draws too much attention to her facial features and the wrong way. Though she has a strong ingenue essence, the cheeky side of her gamin is just as prominent. So certain hairstyles that might be flattering on other people who have a strong ingenue essence might not be flattering on her. The one time that I've seen high pigtails look good on her is when she pulled out her bangs. Her bangs help shape her face and help bring more emphasis on her eyes. Yuna also looks the best with natural makeup styles with an occasional dark eyeliner. I found that even though she doesn't do it that much, over-the-top makeup takes away the youthfulness and shape of her eyes. Her eyes are very rounded and are slightly downward turned at the end, which is another reason why her hair being pulled up instead of pulled back doesn't flatter her. I forgot to mention what essences are most prominent for her. So they are both pretty close to being in balance with each other. I believe ingenue is slightly higher, but I still find it very interesting that the cheeky side of her gamin essence is actually a bit more higher than her youthful side of of Gamin, which is why she fits all the different concepts ITZY has done. And for the most part, they keep her hair down, which brings more emphasis on her eyes. Chaeryeong has 3 essences. The first being classic. Her jaw has smooth angles. She has a very timeless and youthful look to her. Next, she has ethereal essence. She has soft, long, narrow features with an oval face shape. Her eyes are large and sit close on her face, giving her an overall beautiful, unique look. Lastly, she has romantic essence. She has rounded, large, and lush features within her eyes and nose. Her eyes have almost an allure to them. She comes off as more to herself. She has a very classy and a cute vibe to her. Her classic essence is most prominent, with romantic being right behind it and her ethereal being slightly lower. When it comes to styling, overly casual or over-the-top creative outfits can look a bit awkward on her. There has to be a balance. If she's going for a casual look, usually business casual fits her the best, with looser jeans, fitted tops like turtlenecks, long or mid-sleeve shirts flatter her the most. Her outfits also have to be a bit structured. This outfit from the Loco era has always bothered me. It looks awkward on her. The skirt's stale and starched look does not complement her, and neither does the teen-like crop top. To compare it to another somewhat creative outfit that complements her, like the outfit from the Wannabe era. Though it doesn't seem like it, it does still have a structured look, and even with the creative patterns that stay within the lines of being able to look formal but not too over the top. Its long sleeves that sit off the shoulders, and the structured leather pants that flow into the creative pattern of lines with the white halter top underneath looks amazing on her. And while I'm still not the biggest fan of leather pants on Chaeryeong, I think that they look really well with this outfit. Regular crop tops and shorts also do not flatter her appearance, and it's ironically something that she wore a lot in the earlier eras of ITZY, specifically Dalla Dalla era. The Dalla Dalla era was also a really awkward time of styling for Chaeryeong. There were a lot of skinny jeans, a lot of leather pants that overall just didn't flatter her body shape or her facial essence archetypes. And it's not that she doesn't fit crop tops or shorts, it's specific types of crop tops and shorts that she fits. Take this outfit from the Not Shy era. It's one of the outfits that I would say is creatively a bit over the top with the many layers, materials, colors, and patterns, but it still works for her. The shape of the skirt and the layers bring emphasis on her hips. The halter top brings emphasis on her shoulders, which I believe halter tops are the way to go with Chaeryeong. Outfits that have a bit structure but still have a bit of playfulness are the outfits that look the best on her. They complement her essences perfectly. And if you take a look at a lot of her award show dresses, there are a lot of them that play within her essences perfectly. She wears a lot of fitted dresses that are strapless or fall off the shoulders, that have layers on top but are straight at the bottom. When it comes to her hair colors, she looks the best in darker styles, mostly due to her classic essence, with black being the hair color that pulls more attention to her eyes, and red being the hair color that complements her romantic essence. I would actually say that brown hair is the hair color that, though maybe natural, somewhat drowns her out. It's a hair color she had in her earlier eras. It wasn't until she dyed her hair black that she was able to stand out a lot and all of a sudden started getting compliments on her visuals. I also think she might be able to pull off blonde as well, seeing as we have seen her sister with blonde hair and she looks beautiful with it. I'm still stuck on if this hair color would wash her out similar to brown or would actually emphasize her more like black. I mostly also think that blonde would look good on her because she does have ethereal essence, and most people with ethereal essence look amazing with blonde hair. But there is a possibility that that is not the case for her, since ethereal is not her most prominent essence, but blonde hair still goes with classic as well, since more natural hair colors also tend to complement faces with classic essence. Makeup wise, dark eyeliner, anything that gives emphasis on her eyes and eye shape looks amazing. Ryujin has 3 essences, the first being natural. With Model S features, she has an athletic, blunt and square jaw, square brow, tall and long lines. Next, she has ingenue essence. She has small and rounded features within her nose, eyes, and cheeks, giving off a cute and innocent look. Lastly, she has romantic essence. She has rounded, large and lush features that gives her a seductive vibe. Ryujin's most prominent essence are both romantic and natural, while her ingenue essence is the lowest. She has always given off masculine or tomboyish vibes, while also still holding a cutesy vibe as well. Because she has 2 out of 3 essences that give her a very bold presence, she for sure shines more in ITZY's darker, quirkier, edgier concepts, and while she does somewhat fit the cuter or brighter concepts, she definitely tends to fade more into the background. This is one of the reasons why a lot of people started saying that she should no longer be the center whenever songs like Sneaker came out. Many people were stating that Yuna should be the one to replace her as the center because she fit the concept better. Now that their concept is kind of switched back to having a more darker, edgier look and feel, a lot of people haven't been saying that anymore. When it comes to hairstyles and hair colors, she's able to pull off honestly a lot of different things. I would say hairstyle wise, she hasn't done much. She usually keeps her hair down and cuts it into a bob, which actually brings emphasis on her face shape. Usually whenever her hair looks more natural and styles or just a bit messy in style, it actually becomes her a lot. When it comes to hair colors, blondes and blacks seem to really look good on her. Other bright hair colors like pinks also seem to look good on her, but I'd still say that this hair color also tends to wash her out a bit, and that honestly goes for that blue she had in Wannabe. While it does look good on her, it's still a hair color that doesn't bring out her features as much as it should. I say that black and blonde, and even when she had skunk hair or she had blonde highlights in her hair and the shaggy haircut she had, are the hairstyles and hair colors that have complemented her the most. And while, like I said, she doesn't necessarily look bad with other hair colors, it could be just the styling choice of makeup that they put on her. When she has brighter hair colors, they usually tend to brighten up her makeup as well, and maybe if they made her makeup a bit more dramatic with the brighter hair colors, it would complement her features a lot more. When it comes to her styling, she's one of the members who gets styled the best whenever it comes to her essences. Because of her prominence and her natural essence, casual outfits look amazing on her. Structured jackets, shoulder pads, shorts, cargo pants, fitted crop tops, looser crop tops, all complement her a lot. When it comes to creative outfits, like this pretty popular outfit from Loco, it borders the line of working within the fit into her essences, but also almost being too over the top. And that's because of the amount of materials and colors used within this outfit. The crop top and shorts look is a style that flatters her, and the playfulness of the outfit does help with her ingenue essence, but since that essence is so low in prominence, outfits like these can be a hit or miss. And even though a lot of people hate this outfit, the Not Shy outfit actually fits her quite well, and she's actually wearing biker shorts, which is a form of athletic wear, and athletic clothing looks amazing on people who have natural essence. They tend to keep her in crop tops and shorts, which is fine by me because she looks fantastic in them, and they are very good at getting creative with these types of outfits as well. Whether they have the crop top as a long sleeve with jewels covering the chest, or sometimes they'll give her a jacket that has some creative patterns or materials on them that bring the entire look together. Recently, they had her wear this type of outfit with Mr. Vampire, and I really loved that outfit, and I think it looks perfect on her. Makeup wise, she looks the best with natural makeup, nothing that's too over the top. Any makeup style that brings emphasis and draws attention to her eyes and lips is enough. Leah has 3 essences, the first being classic. Leah has smooth angles within her face. She has a very timeless, mature, youthful look. Next, she has ingenue essence. She has small, rounded features that give her an innocent, soft look. Lastly, she has Gamin essence. She has a very delicate, slightly angular jaw. Her eyes have a mix of cheeky and youthfulness to them. Leah has a very unique and classic look to her. Her most prominent essences are definitely classic and ingenue, with Gamin following slightly behind. She overall mostly gives off a classy and cute appearance that comes through on and off stage. This is one of the reasons why she struggles a bit more whenever it comes to ITZY's darker or edgier concepts, but she does stand out a lot whenever it comes to their cuter and brighter concepts. When it comes to her hairstyles, she looks the best with her hair down, or half up, half down, or any creative looks that still could be worn to a formal occasion. The hairstyle that should have never been given to Leah, in my opinion, is the one from the Not Shy era where she wears several ponytails on her head with colorful extensions. The hairstyle itself is not bad at all, but it just doesn't fit Leah. Experimental outfits, makeup, and hairstyles overall just don't really flatter her. When it comes to hair color, she seems to shine a lot more in natural hair colors, mostly blondes and black. While she doesn't look bad with brown hair, similar to Chaeryeong, it just doesn't bring as much emphasis to her face like blonde or black hair does. She hasn't necessarily explored with many different hair colors. Clothing wise, whenever it comes to award shows, those are the outfits that she usually shines in. Simple dresses that flatter her body shape and bring emphasis to her face as well. Strapless tops look fantastic on her, fitted dresses, fitted skirts. Even looking back to the outfit she wore during the ITZY era, there are many ways to stay within the creative look and feel of ITZY's concept while still having outfits that flatter her. We saw this a bit with the wannabe era, while they still gave her a fitted dress with some interesting uses of layers and patterns to still push the creative concept of ITZY. But over the top creative outfits or extremely casual outfits usually drown her out and are unflattering on her. Simple clothing looks the best on her. If you're going to go for a more creative appeal, structured patterns like plaid, stripes, or even a bit of floral touches or with layers look good on her. Natural makeup looks the best on Leah, mostly anything that draws attention to her lips and eyes, but nothing too over the top. Yeji has 3 essences, the first being dramatic. She has very sharp and narrow features from her face shape to her eyes, nose, cheeks, and lips. She has a fierce and striking facial structure. Next, she has Gamin essence. Yeji has a very delicate, angular face. She pretty much embodies the cheeky vibe. Her face is very petite and youthful with small angles. Lastly, she has ethereal essence. Yeji has very soft, long, and narrow features. She has a very fairy-like look. Yeji is the only member with dramatic essence, and it makes her stand out more than the other members. Her overall look and feel is one of the reasons why I personally immediately thought she was the center of ITZY. She draws so much attention to herself without even trying. She is also another idol to add to the list who has a complete balance of essences, which, similar to Yeonjun of TXT and Karina of aespa, all of her essences stand out equally and are very prominent. She has incredible duality. She's able to easily flip her duality, fitting any concept and style within seconds. She is one of the members who does not struggle at all with the concept changes. She easily switches and fits every concept thrown at her. Because of how strong her dramatic and ethereal essence are, she can quite literally pull off many different types of styles. She looks fantastic in structured suits and formal clothing, casual clothing like crop top, mid-rise pants, or loose jeans, and she also just looks amazing in any creative outfit that you can come up with, which is one of the reasons why I am begging to have her be at the Met Gala at some point. One of her creative outfits that will personally always be one of my favorites is her black and pink matching pantsuit with the heart cut out in the middle from the Loco era. She looks so good in this outfit, and the hairstyle and makeup, everything just brings it all together. There are of course still certain things that aren't going to flatter her the most, and that's mostly just because you don't only have to style yourself within your facial essence archetypes, you also have to style yourself within your body type. And if you want to take a step away from the over-the-top creative outfits, she also looks really good in casual wear, like crop tops, joggers, cargo pants seem to really flatter her and look great. When it comes to hairstyles, she once again can pull off almost anything. I'd say that updos like high pigtails, high ponytails bring emphasis on her eyes and her face shape. She looks great with her hair down as well, and pretty much every hair color she has done has looked amazing on her. Her essences also allow her to be really creative makeup wise. It allows her to be really creative with different patterns along her eyes. Anything that brings emphasis on her eye shape and brings her eyes upward will complement her perfectly. She is one of the members who also gets the most creative looks and clothing, and for good reason. ITZY are one of those groups that have very different visuals but still harmonize quite well together. They all have their own unique style that the stylists do a good job of highlighting for the most part. There's still a lot of times where they miss, but there are many other times where they know exactly what they are doing. And I think that's something that is in the message of their concept in their music anyway, is expressing your own individuality and owning it and not really caring what anybody else thinks. Like many other groups in K-pop, their difference in visuals complement each other quite perfectly. While there are some members who might not stand out with the darker concepts or the brighter concepts, there will still be 2 or 3 other members who work perfectly with the concept. It's honestly such a bummer that Leah wasn't able to participate in their recent comebacks, mostly because I personally would have loved how she would have done in this concept, since we haven't really seen her do a dark and edgy concept like this since Mafia in the Morning. Cheshire, yes, is darker, but I'd say it's on the side of being quirky and dark and not so edgy and dark. But I hope she is doing okay and that she takes all the time she needs to recover and come back. That is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Once again, I am not an expert in this, so if you would like to correct me on anything, or if you just have a different opinion than me, please let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone has an amazing day. Bye bye!